Wait, what? What the hell is this? Okay, I don't know, uses that polygon as a hang to push down. I'm just gonna let this replay play twice. So what is going on in Team Dot? Why are they all doing different styles? I don't get it. Finally, we're back. I finally had some time to sit down and now we can go through the replays and see what happened in this level and what a level it was. There's so many things you can do, and once you found your style, it was so fun to play as well. There's basically 3 routes you can take in the beginning of this level. Either you come down here to the right and zigzag a little bit and come up, grab this apple, come down through the half pipe, keep your speed, or maybe even from here go down through the hang, back to the left, up and grab this apple, and then you can come down here, take this apple, and come around for the flower. So you kind of zigzag all across the level. Another alternative would be to start to the left instead and come down here and then maybe somehow drop to this apple, or perhaps push from here to use the loop to come back to the right side. Then you grab this apple and then instead you come and grab this apple from this angle. Now this is a pretty narrow passage here, so you're gonna have to pipe. But then after that you can probably continue out here or maybe come back around here. Just 2 different routes and you can tell it's already a mess. But then of course you can make these routes even faster. So maybe for instance if you start right, you can probably make it above this pole and then just straight onto the apple and then continue towards the left. And same thing if you start left, maybe you can, instead of hanging here and losing some speed, maybe you can just bounce from this wall, grab this apple straight and come down and keep going towards the right. Probably there's like 5 other styles that I didn't even think about, but in general what we're gonna see is people grabbing either of these 2 apples first, and then coming for this 3rd apple and then towards the flower. It's gonna be really fun to see how people solve this level. And to make it even sweeter, we saw an increase of players this event. We're up to 88 players now, and actually we see DZ in the 88th position. It's really fun to see him back. And we also see players like Cephias, for instance. I haven't seen him in a long time. We see Luther as well. I think maybe he played the previous events, but also really fun to see him. And a lot of old and new names. Let's start looking at the replays from the 50th position like last time. Then we'll work our way up and see different kind of styles and different routes and everything. I'm really excited for this. And in 50th place we have Xhomaz. Also a name I haven't maybe seen that much lately, but it's gonna be really fun, and we're already down to 38 seconds, which is a pretty good time for this level actually. How will he do it? Let's find out together. Here's Xhomaz's replay. Xhomaz starting towards the left. Oh, really clever start, pushing from that polygon. I did not think about that myself. Coming in for this hang, and yeah, dropping straight for this apple and manages to just stay up on that polygon to continue right. Really nice drop, really cool start. Let's see, coming around for this apple here, and he just jumps up and grabs it and will come down. And then will he go for this pipe now? Or will he continue? Yeah, it looks like it. Comes in here to the pipe. It's not that tight of a pipe, so it's pretty easy. Comes, oh, really nice bounce actually to come in here. Goes for this hang, and then coming in for this platform and then pushing up to the flower. Really beautiful run and really creative start with that push in the beginning, and it sets the tone for what we're gonna see in the coming replays. And working our way up here, we see some other familiar names. We see Canada repping Canada. We see Zebra, Dale, and then we have Tomator at 35.90. Maybe Tomato, I don't know, guess doesn't matter. Improving about 3 seconds on Xhomaz's time, so it's gonna be really fun to see where he could cut some corners to save 3 seconds. And Tomato starting left as well. Doesn't do that kind of push in the beginning, just pushes straight down. Maybe it's faster, maybe it's not. And let's see, also does the same kind of drop here, grabs the apple. It's hard to keep the grip on the ground there, you see, you have to like bounce up a little bit, so you lose a little bit of momentum there. But still, okay, he doesn't go slow, he goes all the way up into the ceiling so he can get a little bit of push down. And then even gets a little bit of push from that polygon before, so he has more speed into the pipe. And a beautiful bounce as well to just enter that hang even more smoothly. And then coming in for the ending here. Maybe the ending could have been a little bit cleaner, but wow. From here we saw some beautiful moves. He goes into the ceiling so he can get a push down, a little bit more speed, pushes again here, and then comes in so he can get this kind of horizontal push instead, so he transfers his vertical speed to horizontal speed. And then comes in here and a beautiful bounce here to grab the apple with the back wheel and also land straight, so he clears this corner thanks to that bounce, so he can go straight into the hang, keep a lot of downwards momentum, and then comes in for the end here for a 35.90. Really beautiful by Tomato. And with that, we're moving up. We're seeing Pocho, Ducraft, Rigger. We see a lot of people And coming in here, we already dropped about a second plus. And in 30th place, we have Jalli at 34.45. So an improvement by more than 1 second. Will it be the same style? Let's see. Jalli starting towards the left as well. Does the same kind of push here with a little bit of break so you can get down faster. Really nice there. And let's see, coming in for the same kind of drop here. How will he handle this? Nice push to kind of keep the back wheel a bit further down so you can gas a little bit sooner, saving just that little bit amount of time. Oh, and a really nice bounce to get up to this apple. And comes back for the half pipe. Doesn't drop straight down. So he has a lot of speed coming into this pipe. So he doesn't even need to go for a bounce, it appears. He can just drop straight down into this hang. Really beautiful, really clever to come back there. And a nice push up, grabbing the flower with the head first. And just for fun, here's a quick merge between Jalli and Tomato. We have Jalli in the foreground. And we can see they landed at pretty much the same time. But Jalli managed to maybe start gassing a little bit sooner. But let's see who is ahead after this. Let's see here. Jalli comes back and we see Tomato jumping up. Tomato looks like it comes in a little bit behind. So Jalli's style is probably a little bit faster, but then Tomato had a beautiful bounce, but we know that Jalli won. But yeah, it looks like that's where he saved his 1 second. So could that be the winning style? I don't know. Let's find out. Going up towards 20th place, we see other people, maybe the more like serious contenders for the cup that play to win each event. And in 20th place, we have JT. JT is back. We haven't seen him in the previous event, so really fun to see him here again. Grabbing a 20th place with a 33.41, improving again more than 1 second on Jalli's time. JT also starting towards the left, no right first starter so far. And looks like kind of the same start that Jalli did, just pushing straight down there. And beautiful touch on that hang, doesn't lose any speed and can get a little bit of brake push there at the bottom as well, so he can guess a lot on that polygon. And let's see, will he also stop at this kind of square polygon here? No. He drops straight down and goes for this kind of horizontal push here as well. Comes in for the pipe, will we see a bounce? No bounce, just a straight jump into the hang. Can manage to like stick a little bit on that corner to drop into the hang and then goes in for head first. And now I don't know what to think. Was JT's drop faster or was Jalli's style faster but JT made up time in some other places? I honestly don't know, and from now on I think we can just keep working our way up and we'll find the answer in the replays to come. So going up towards the 10th place, we're dropping in time, 32 seconds we're down to. Are we gonna see 31? We are. Ramon in 12th place and coming up to Hosp in 10th place with a 31.81. So this is actually, again, like a 1.5 second improvement on JT's time. So maybe now we're gonna start seeing what the winning style will look like. Hosp starting left as well. And no push in the start, just like kind of a gassing combination to get a really nice push from the floor there. Good grab on the hang, nice brake push here, doesn't lose barely any grip on that platform. And let's see, will he stop and come back? Or will he, wow, beautiful. And just, I don't know, uses that polygon as a hang to push down. Really crazy stuff, and a beautiful bounce for the end as well. Coming in here for the hang and final push, and let's see, is it gonna be a head first? No, with the wheel. But what was that we saw in the middle? First of all, beautiful new kind of start style here where instead of pushing there, you use this push that you can do from the ground here to get a little bit of extra speed. Coming in for this hang and dropping, and again, beautiful push here. Doesn't lose any grip, barely, can immediately start gassing again. But then here, look at this, a bounce, and then uses this polygon as a hang and barely avoids hitting his chin here. So we can then push down straight into this push from here and just save so much time by not having to go up on this polygon, but can keep on the underside and just push straight down. Really, really beautiful stuff by Hosp. And then to top it off, this bounce here, straight into this hang to just get down to this platform here and push to the flower. Really, really beautiful replay by Hosp. And that's just 10th place. So now working our way up to 5th place. We see Arsenic coming in 9th place. We see Andri 8th place. Bien, sorry. Bien with a 31.10. We see Mielz in 6th place with 30.78. And then we actually have me. I didn't expect to get 5th place in this event, but I will say I did play a lot. So really fun to see. Now, of course, I've seen my own replay, but I guess for you guys, it's gonna be a new one. So here's my replay. Also starting left, doing a little bit different kind of push in the beginning. I have no idea which style is faster. I haven't really merged those kind of starts actually. And then coming in here, I did a little bit different kind of vault combination. You see, keeping a lot of gas there was really hard, but kind of vital to get a good time. And also, of course, bounce and using that hang. We found that to be the fastest style as well. Pushing in here towards the left and then, yeah, going for the bounce as well. But I did a little bit different here. I go for a long jump and then straight push up to the flower. And that was actually a really hard style. It was probably what killed most of the runs. Well, that and the bounce, but the bounce you could get kind of consistently actually after doing it for a little bit of time. I got a really good bounce here, you can see I got a lot of speed, I got a clean entry into this hang. But I think, yeah, the most important part was a good bounce here, being able to grab the apple. And then by using an alo down here in the corner, you can barely make this long jump and you have to get the rotation just right. And you can see even turn a little bit in the end to get a little bit faster rotation. But you see, I just barely hit this corner to be able to push up and go straight for the flower. And that probably saves like half a second at least, so that was really important to get a really good time. Well, or at least I think it was, but I guess we're gonna see the coming replays if that was what was needed or not. Because in 4th place we have Raven. Raven at 30.71. Okay, it's really tight here. We're talking about just hundreds of seconds of improvements. Let's check out Raven's replay and see if there was anything different. Raven also starting towards the left. Nobody starting to the right. Maybe it's, yeah, just not by... Wait, what? What the hell is this? Okay, that seems slower, I think. Maybe it's not. And a front wheel bounce. Beautiful stuff. And comes in here, nice push down. That's really hard to push that much speed and still make it. And let's see, coming in here, will he do a long jump in the end or is it gonna be straight down? It is a long jump. Kind of. It's a variant, but what is this start? He's not pushing. This just feels like he's supposed to lose time, but I guess he gets a little bit better push towards the right and can, you see, he can guess all the way here. And that is actually maybe what allows him to do a front wheel bounce even, because I don't think I was able to do that. Really beautiful stuff by Raven, but I don't know which style is faster. But crazy stuff seeing our times being so tight, but completely different styles. But let's see. In 3rd place, we have Finman. Finman, 29.91. What the hell is that time? Almost a second improvement. We were just talking about hundreds of a second and Finman just 1 second like that. Crazy stuff. Are we gonna see something insane this replay? Finman, at least he's starting to the left as well, so no completely crazy stuff. And let's see, he's the same kind of start as Raven here. So he gets a really nice push towards the right, and then of course also can keep gassing here all the way. He's gonna go for a front wheel bounce as well. Actually no, he doesn't even go for the hang style, he just comes in for a straight normal push. Can that be faster? I don't know, but beautiful bounce here. Ooh, barely grabs it. Oh. What? What the hell is that end? Let's see here again. I'm just gonna let this replay play twice. So, like so far, really beautiful start, can keep a lot of speed, and then just doesn't go for the bounce at all, just comes up into the ceiling. He gets more speed going down here, and maybe that's what he needed to do this kind of push that he did, but let's see, bounce, grabs the apple, comes in for a like back wheel hang and just pushes straight up and flies all the way to the flower. Crazy stuff. I wouldn't have thought about that in like a million years of playing this level. That is just so creative and so flashy and just looks so good. And notice that Finman and Raven are both in Team Dot and they use completely different styles. I mean, what is going on? But let's see. In 2nd place, we have Speff. Speff is back, grabs the 2nd place with 100th of a second on Finman. Also Team Dot, also finish if that counts for something, but beats Finman by 100th of a second. I'm sure that was a really fun discussion in the Team Dot channel. But let's see, did Speff do exactly the same thing as Finman? Or did he maybe incorporate something from Raven's replay as well? Speff, starting left as well. We're probably gonna see the same start as we've seen the other Dotters do. Yes, coming in here, gonna go for this kind of vault, vault, vault and break push. Nice, keeps gassing. Let's see, it's gonna be a front wheel bounce to a hang. It is. So he's combining the Raven's like front wheel bounce and probably the Finman ending. Let's find out. Let's see. Goes for the bounce here. Not the back wheel hang. He just goes for the same kind of ending that I did. What is going on in Team Dot? Why are they all doing different styles? I don't get it. But really beautiful stuff by Speff. So he goes for the front wheel bounce and the hang kind of that Raven did here. And then comes in with a beautiful push. And then not the back wheel hang that Finman did. It just comes in here and goes for a long jump instead with a different kind of push, like a brutal vault on that last platform. Really insane stuff. I have no idea what's going on, and I have no idea who is in first place, so I'm just gonna go straight for it and see that in first place we have Aldi from Team MIE. He just beats the Dutters, and it's an insane time. I mean, we were battling for hundreds here, we were battling for hundreds here, and then Aldi just like, no, I'm just gonna improve 0.2 seconds and take the first place with a huge margin. And since he's not talking to Team Dot, probably, will he use a different style? Starting left. Let's see, did he also find that weird start? He did. So he's going for this as well. So far no funny business, but is it gonna be the same as Speff or the same as Finman? Or where is he saving that 0.2 seconds? Let's see, comes in, front wheel bounce, goes for the hang, swing around, nice push down, lots of speed into this pipe. And let's see, goes for the bounce as well. And the ending is a front wheel hang as well. And let's see, is it a long jump? It is the clean long jump. So there you have it. Aldi, probably without even knowing, combined basically the best things out of the top 5 replays. He took my direct long jump and clean ending. He took Team Dot's start with that kind of really weird thing out to the left. He took Raven and Speff's front wheel bounce into that swing around at the second apple. And just basically made a hybrid out of everything and just got the perfect run at 29.67. And I'm just curious to see which start was faster, the start that I was using or the one that Audi was using. And then I'm also interested to see why Finman went for such a different style compared to his teammates. Was there something to that style that the others didn't see? And let's see, Audi will start going out towards left and I will jump straight down for the apple. And let's see, I would completely think that the style of dropping straight down was faster, but yeah, he gets this beautiful break push and just blasts past me. I can see how we can save 1 second with that. But yeah, I think I'm catching up a little bit with the back wheel bounce, but yeah, too little, too late. Audi just had the perfect start there. And then we have probably the more interesting merge. We have Audi overlaid on Finman, and this time we're gonna be focusing not on the start, but on the middle and the end, which they both did very differently. Let's see, the start was basically the same, and we're actually seeing Finman a little bit in the lead. But let's see, Finman will go the top route, and Audi will go for the front wheel bounce. And looks, yeah, there's just no way Finman is catching up with Audi. But remember that Finman also had this crazy ending that we only saw him doing with the back wheel hang instead of going in with the front wheel first. So let's see if that allows Finman to catch up. Let's see, Audi coming in here. We can focus on the apple time as well. Audi grabbed the apple at 23.13, whereas Finman grabs it at 24.27, so a little bit more than a second later. Granted, maybe a little bit different kind of vaulting. But look at the speed that Finman has into the hang. Let's look at that again. Audi has to kind of break a little bit here. Finman has this really clean entry and just blasts into the pipe and goes for this crazy long jump and actually catches up a lot in the end. Actually, based on this, I think that if you're doing Audi style here with the front wheel bounce coming in for the hang around, because yeah, he probably saves like a second at least on that. But then if you would go for the Finman ending here with this beautiful straight down entry and crazy long jump, I think that would have been an even faster time. That would get into like 28 territories. So this is what makes Alma Cup so interesting, that nobody knows the style that the other player is using. And in this case, probably no one even managed to find the best style, but we still got to see some crazy stuff and some really innovative solutions to a really, really beautiful level by Xhomaz. And now we can also start looking into the standings of the overall cup, and we see Speff jumping up into the lead, beating Raven, Finman and Hoss, but just barely. We're talking like 1 win and 1 second place here or there can just completely turn this upside down. And speaking of Speff, let's check out the TAS replay that he did with a crazy time of 27.98. Is it gonna be just a combination of maybe like Speff style with Finman's ending? Probably, right? But let's see. Coming around here, it's gonna be the same dot start. Again, this is tool assisted, so it's gonna be like a perfect run. But let's see. Back wheel bounce here. Oh, and he manages to get below the hang. and go for a direct pipe entry. That is so hard to do. And then yeah, Finman's ending as well, and coming in here even gets a tiny little push for the ending, just the icing on the cake. But this style is just, I was trying this actually myself, but getting around this corner here is just, it's basically impossible to do in a live run. I don't know, if it's an internal, of course it would be done, but then just barely getting that apple and getting into this straight pipe here, clearing the corner, that is so hard to do. But I actually managed once in a live run, and here's that replay. But again, this was a live run, but I was not ready for it. I got kind of a bug bounce here, and that allowed me to get enough speed to clear the corner, but then I couldn't clear that second corner. But yeah, this is just so hard to do. I needed the bug bounce to have enough speed so that my back wheel could clear here. But then yeah, I wasn't ready for it, and then just I nicked that corner a little bit, and that didn't allow me to get into the pipe, so run over. But again, then you had to do the ending and everything perfect as well, so it's not viable for a 1 week cup. And if we include skips, we can see that Audi is actually in the lead if we exclude his worst place finish, which was 76 out of 77. So assuming that Audi will keep playing at his top, it's gonna be really tough to compete with him. But again, Raven and Spef just 10 points behind, Hosp 13, Finman 15 points behind. Is really tight. Pelle is here as well. And this cup is short, so every single event matters so much. And it looks like the next event won't disappoint either. Looks like it's gonna be a crazy level. I can't wait to check it out. And until then, thanks for watching.